See, like I would hope that people were able to listen to this song and actually learn something from it and be like, oh, not to do that. But I don't think that's possible. I think that just how degenerate our youth is nowadays. I was guilty of it too whenever I was younger, but we just do stuff that we know we're not supposed to do.
Subscribe to this channel in case you are watching this channel and have not subscribed.
Well, folks, Miley Cyrus, she's a big pop star and she's engaged in virtually every...
I mean, she was. I ain't heard from her in a minute.
...act of taboo breaking you can engage in. Well, she has a new song out, and it's about regrets. It is called Used to Be Young. And honestly, I don't, like, it's kind of an amazing song. I don't mean musically. I mean in terms of the message. This entire song is Miley Cyrus complaining that all of the things that she has spent her entire life promoting and doing are very bad for her and now have left her single and alone at 30. That's what the song is.
See, it's all because she got her heart broke by the Hemsworth guy, Chris Hemsworth, or I think that's his name, the Thor or whatever. It's all because she got her heart broke by that guy. And I hate how women, whenever they get their heart broke, they feel like they gotta lash out and do some slutty shit like Wrecking Ball or all the other shit that she's fucking done to act out, to show, to probably try to make her man, her ex jealous, or to make him think that he's missing something. All that does is, I mean, I guess it does break the man's heart a little bit, because it's like, damn, there might have been something there, but now there's just fucking nothing. Like now this bitch is for the streets, and there's no chance of even getting back together with her. At least that's how I would feel. But it would never win a man back. And that's like all women's go-to, is to be a fucking thought when they get their heart broke. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It's like they let their emotions get the best of them. They act out bitterly, and then they fucking end up bitter for the rest of their lives, because them acting out completely ruined any chance they had at getting the man that they always wanted back. And that's like, you shot yourself in the foot, bitch.
Now, what's amazing about this is that it was written by exactly the same people, like the same songwriting duo that did Flowers, which is a song about how she broke up with, who was it, Liam Hemsworth?
Liam Hemsworth.
And how now she was happy because she could buy herself flowers. I said at the time when we watched that video, this is a sad person. It was literally a person alone by herself, running around in an empty city in what looked like, I mean, it felt like an emotional post-apocalyptic hellscape. She's like by herself in a room alone with herself dancing by it. It was super sad. Well, now,
I mean, Liam or Chris or whoever the fuck it was, they probably left her because she was a thought and was for the streets, and they saw the red flags or something. Maybe, but if she wasn't, and that wasn't the reason, how she acted afterwards for sure chiseled it in stone.
Now she's just saying it out loud. She's wearing, of course, the Mickey Mouse shirt to signify when she was on Mickey Mouse Club when she was younger, or whatever it was, Hannah Montana. And she's wearing like a red dress, and she's like crying into camera for 3 minutes. She's crying into camera about how she's made all these mistakes, and now she doesn't like have a lot to show for it, which is amazingly true. I just don't understand.
She has a lot of money to show for it, but she doesn't have anything of value like a family or a man. And I mean, some women say they're fine with that. I don't believe it. I believe some women are, but I think the mass majority of women aren't fine with that, and they lie to themselves. But I think women like Miley Cyrus realizes that she doesn't have shit. All she has is just money bags to sit on. She's wiping her face with $100 bills, and reality's starting to hit her because she's starting to get older, and every single man that was like her ex that was actually admirable and someone that she looked up to and someone that she would want to be with either wasn't that or definitely isn't interested in her because of how she behaves. Like I think it's fucking so ignorant how women can't understand the fact that when they lower their own self-worth by doing stuff, whether it's sleeping with a bunch of men or doing drugs or just acting like a thought or perceiving yourself as a thought or whatever the fuck it is, it lowers your worth to where you will never be able to find a man. And it blows my mind how women can't see that. Or maybe they can see it and their emotions get the best of them and they just go with their emotions. I don't know, but I think that shit is just wild to me. Plus, I mean, all these other fucking celebrities be lying to them, talking about, you don't need no man. Men are shit. You don't need a family. Just do you. Live your best life.
Understand how a person can make the song Flowers and Used to Be Young in the same year. Maybe these are related to one another. Maybe it turns out that the way to avoid regrets of the past is to live a fulfilling and purpose-driven present. Maybe that would be it. And that when you spread the message that you are enough for you, live your life, single ladies. You don't need a husband. You don't need kids. You don't need meaning. You don't need purpose. You don't need church. You don't need a community. You don't need any of those things. It's just you, girl boss. And then you turn up like this. maybe those two messages are related. Anyway, here it is. Used to Be Young from Miley Cyrus.
I'm probably going to cut this out, by the way. So if it's not in there, put some lyrics up or something, but I'm probably not going to have to be able to upload this without getting copyrighted. Well, I don't really make money off this shit, but I think if I get copyrighted, it cuts my restriction to where I don't get my video pushed out that much, which I need viewers because I can't be a YouTuber without viewers. So this whole little rant was just for me to put up the lyrics so you could read them or whatever. But if this whole little rant isn't in there, then I was able to put the song in.
Okay, so she's crying. Okay, the entire song is, I know I used to be crazy. That's because I used to be young. The countervailing, like the counterpositive there is she's not crazy anymore because she's not young anymore. And maybe it's time to grow up. Right?
See, I feel bad because it's so unfair to women, but that's just how we are biologically. Men just are not attracted to that shit. Like, it's not even just having fun, but just the way you have fun. Like how she was obviously having fun. She was probably getting gang banged by Wiz Khalifa and Burner and whoever the fuck else was on that song. I think Lil Wayne. Like, she was probably getting gang banged and going out and just fucking and sucking dick constantly. Like, that shit is just too much. I don't care, man. Like, I know it's unfair, but that's just how it is. That's how we are biologically. Men are not attracted to that shit. At least men with status that can get other women that aren't like that. Like, we're not looking for a fucking party queen. We're looking for a woman to raise our kids. If we just want to fuck, yeah, well, fuck you. But if we're actually trying to settle down with someone, we're not trying to do that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just know men don't appreciate that. And it's like I said, it's not fair, but that's just how it is. Like, just how fucking women want to talk about, like, well, this is how I feel. Yo, this is how men feel. And it's like something that's in us biologically. We just don't like that shit. Most of us. I mean, unless you want like some cuck, which all the ones that will say that they'll date you, you can go date them, but nobody wants to date them because they're fucking cucks. Like, I don't know, man. Women are strange creatures, but I would think that this would be common sense.
Right? Maybe that's what the song is about. Now, it's being played by some of the media as like an anthem to, I don't regret my past. She's crying the entire song. The entire song she's crying. Which suggests that maybe, like, the line, turns out open bars lead to broken hearts and going way too far. Think? That's right. Like, listen, better late than never. If I thought this was the new Miley Cyrus and that she was actually going to embrace a purpose-driven life, I'd be a little bit more charitable here. I hope she does. I hope that the next thing that she embraces is, maybe singing messages that people who are 20 should hear.
See, like, I would hope that people were able to listen to this song and actually learn something from it and be like, oh, not to do that. But I don't think that's possible. I think that just how degenerate our youth is nowadays. I was guilty of it too whenever I was younger, but we just do stuff that we know we're not supposed to do. I don't know why. Maybe it's not, obviously not everybody, but I think people that came up rough or something, or maybe it's just they're looking for attention. I don't really know what it is, but kids go out of their way to make bad decisions. Like, that's just how kids are. A lot of kids. So like I said, I would hope that they would learn from this, but I think they're just going to take it and run with it. Like, yeah, like it's like an anthem now, like kids are going to be like, oh yeah, look, that's a new Miley Cyrus song. I'm going to go get drunk and go too far and cheat on my boyfriend or what the fuck ever. And I don't know, man. I think I would like to be optimistic about it, but I don't see it.
That actually life is not about party in the USA, and that you can't buy yourself flowers. That actually you should try to be a better person so you can find Mr. Right, and then maybe settle down and build an actual family structure and then do something for the world. Maybe that would be like a great message. I don't trust pop music to do that, though. Pop music is the most narcissistic form of music. It really is. Like, rap right now, the messages in rap are full on destructive, but pop is insanely narcissistic. It's just about me.
That's a good description.
And my feelings and how, and it's just like a...
Yeah, and honestly, to add to that, rap and gangster rap is usually, it's usually about getting yourself up and shit, but in the message, it's usually about like buying your mom a crib or putting your homies on or, I don't know, just a bunch of stuff that's kind of doing it to help other people. Pop is definitely like all about me.
Giant mirror all the time. But songs like this, maybe they could serve as a catalyst for some people rethinking the choices that they're making while they're in the middle of all of this.
10%.
She finishes the song, I know I used to be crazy, messed up, but God, was it fun? I know I used to be wild. That's because I used to be young. Those wasted nights are not wasted. I remember everyone. I know I used to be crazy. That's because I used to be young. Okay, so, but here's the thing. you shouldn't waste more nights like that. Even if what you want to say is that I made mistakes in my past and that's what made me what I am. Okay, but now be something more. Or you're going to end up at 40 singing the same song, just being a little older. And without the possibility of fixing her life. Like, she's only 30. She's still a young lady. There's no reason that she can't, put together a successful life. And by successful, I mean useful. I mean a purpose and meaning-driven life.
She had to lower her standards a lot. I think that's the main thing that would be holding her back, is that she's probably got with the A-list of A-list that has slept with her. And that's the problem with women nowadays, is that they sleep with motherfucking men that are out of their league, because men, just like pussy, they will lower their standards just to fuck somebody. They won't be with you, they won't date you, they won't catch feelings with you, but they will fuck you. But women, whenever that happens to them, their standards get raised to where they think that they deserve someone like that. And no man like that is going to take you serious because they didn't in the first place. And the man that you're trying to replace, Liam or Chris Hemsworth, does not want you because of how you was behaving, and definitely doesn't want you now because of all the shit you done did. Like, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's not fair, but it's just how it is.
Not one where you're coming like a wrecking ball naked. So,
Oh, was it It wasn't even Wrecking Ball. I kept on saying Wrecking Ball earlier. It was, fuck, what was that song? I'll put it up in the edit. But it's some rap song with like Lil Wayne and Wiz Khalifa, I think. And I think Burner.
Not bad. I hope this is the beginning of maybe a rethinking for Miley Cyrus. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a song that she wrote because it's emotive. Or that she didn't write, that she's singing because it's emotive. Who knows?
The thing that sucks about the whole redemption and shit is that she's not really going to encourage that many women to do it, because all the women that are her fans are probably her age or older. And they don't got the money or status to find a man that they could lower their standards for a little bit to be with or whatever, to better their life. So she's preaching a message that motherfuckers couldn't even obtain if they wanted to obtain it. And like I said, I don't think that they will anyways. I think they'll hear that song and think of some city girl shit talking about, yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm gonna be a hoe still. I'm gonna go have fun because those nights aren't wasted, and I'll settle down whenever I want to. Fucking pathetic, man. I feel bad for women. I really do. I wish that, I feel bad for most people nowadays because they're just being brainwashed by some fucking bullshit. But, bro, like, this is like blatantly obvious. I hate this whole narrative that women need to think that they don't need a man. Like, that's fucking stupid as hell. Like what's that? The Godfather Red Pill Rolo or whatever. I think he's fucking lame. But he said something about how the top 10 ways to get to be an alpha male or whatever. And he was talking about to snip your shit so you can't get a woman pregnant. And he got fucking hounded for it. And he's a red pill guy. Like, that's supposed to be his message. And he got hounded for it by everybody. I think even the Tates hopped on him, talking about red pill's lame. And yet women, they have so many vocal celebrities. They have so many influencers that are painting this message that women don't need a man and that they need to just stay single and not have kids. And people praise it and uplift it and like damn near sing it to the fucking heavens, and it's like, what in the fuck, bro? It's because men are too simp to say something to women, and women are too emotional to think critically about the shit. Like we're men and women, we're yin and yang, we balance out, we help each other out. That's what we need. We are on this earth together for a reason, because we depend on each other. And now we're being taught that we don't need each other, and no one's thinking that's crazy, which is fucking stupid as shit. But anyway, that's going to be the end of that video. Please leave a like if you've got anything to say about the video. Let me know down below. I read every single comment. And if you fuck with your boy, would you please give me a subscription? With that said, deuces.
Ever since I left your ass, you been acting different, ain't the same as when I met your ass. You was on 10 trying to flex on your left, and I was on 10 trying to flex with this bag. Now you on Instagram flexing on me. You can ask around, I bet they know me. They'll tell you I ain't never been played by a bitch, so I know they know what you saying is phony. Ever since we broke up.